Welcome. My name is Pamela, and I am here today to talk to you about a very important week that's coming up. It is called Freedom to Read Week. It is February 20th to the 26th, and I'm going to tell you why it's important. Even though we live in Canada, super great country, very free to be who we want to be in this country, boys and girls are allowed to learn, pray to who you want to pray. Sometimes reading what we want to read is not always that easy. In Canada, there are still many books that get stopped at the border, and schools and libraries continue to be challenged by upset individuals who feel that books are inappropriate or offensive to them in some way. One of the important things with Freedom to Read Week is to remember that as Canadians, we are protected under our Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms to be allowed to stimulate our minds, read what we want to read, basically. So one of the things I have today is, I bet you didn't know, some of the kinds of books that are challenged. They're not always big, scary, bad books. It's usually the subject matter, such as right here, this great little book. This one, And Tango Makes Three, is a true story about a couple of male penguins who bond unusually when normally it's always boy and girl penguins. But nope, we got boy penguins who bond with each other. They even raise an egg. They adopt this egg. This egg hatches and survives and does really well, just like all the other cute little penguin families. Somehow, this book, though, is not always what everyone wants to read or thinks should be on the library shelves. If you don't want to read it, don't read it. But it doesn't mean it has to be banned, does it? Another cute book, you might have all heard of this one, Harry Potter. Yep. Harry Potter books still make a stink in many parts of Canada and the world, really, for that matter, because it's a book about witches and wizards. And for some, they feel it's inappropriate for kids to learn about those things. And again, you decide for yourself, right? If you don't want to read it, you don't have to read it. Doesn't mean that it has to be banned, does it? Another one, subject matter, right, is really important. And it's what the books are about. Even if they're kids' books or adult books, it's what they're discussing. An important one, for me personally, is books to do with LGBTQ. This particular book has to do with a little transgendered person who is going through some stuff, going through some struggles, figuring out their life. And again, a book that just doesn't seem to suit some people. That's fine. Don't pick it up. Don't read it. Or challenge yourself and read it. Now there's an idea. Oh, here's one. Lots of little kids might know. Tintin, right? This is the French version, but it doesn't matter. There are many Tintin. This is cartoon books, great adventure stories. Nope, challenged. Comics, Les Nombres, different languages, challenged. The Diary of Anne Frank, a very important story. I think all of us growing up, many of us had this in our Canadian school systems as an assigned reading. It continues to be a challenged book for a variety of reasons. Its subject matter is very heavy, very sad, can be scary. Some people think that, our kids shouldn't be learning about the war. A variety of reasons why this book is still banned. We've got some great links down below that you can visit and see why these books are banned or challenged in different areas. But yeah, Diary of Anne Frank tends to be one that comes up a lot, getting challenged. Here's one that I actually was surprised in doing my research. Beatrix Potter. Seriously? The Tale of Peter Rabbit? How can a cute little bunny be challenged? But this classic children's story has, again, often been the subject of controversy. And yeah, Who would have thunk it, right? That a little bunny rabbit can be challenged. But apparently, he's expressing disobedience. He's not listening to his parents the way he should. And some people find that offensive in a children's book. You could decide for yourself. You have that freedom. And you could read the book and see what you think. Another subject matter that comes up is one dealing with race, in particular, Black history. This is a classic book, probably a little too hard for some of my young friends that I have, but To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee continues to be challenged, both in its representation of Black history, the subject matter itself, and yes, some stories don't age well, but they're still important to tell because it was a book of the time. It was a very unfortunate story of how a lot of our Black friends and their history and their ancestors were treated. So yeah, it can be a tough one to read, but an important one, maybe. You could find out for yourself. Come check it out. So we have at the library a way for you to take a chance with these big, bad, scary banned books and see what the fuss is all about for yourself. Come on by and take a look. You never know what you might find. Bye.